Hello, and welcome to the Virgosguide podcast, a podcast where we talk about everything from sex, dating, relationships, self development, aliens, ghosts, whatever in between, and nothing is off limits. I'm super excited to be here and share this message with you guys, and so excited to grow and learn together. So, let's get started for this week. This is the first podcast of the Virgos Guide, and we are so excited to be here. I'm so nervous. Obviously, it's been a long time in making. And yeah, I'm excited to share this all with you guys. Now, if you do know me, you probably know me from TikTok, where my name's Snazzy Jazzy. Now, that's the name I got from my roommates, unfortunately, but I ran with it because I feel like it definitely comes with my personality. Otherwise, you might know me from my Instagram or anything like that. Wherever you're coming from, I'm super appreciative and thank you so much for being here. Now, on the podcast, each time I want to go through kind of my week recap, go over any lessons I learned for the week and share them with you and hope that they help anybody here as well. So, for this week, honestly, it's been a whirlwind. Obviously, I've been prepping and getting this podcast up and running, trying to record sessions, trying to update the Instagram, make it a TikTok, make it a YouTube, all that kind of stuff. I also run an Only Friends account. If you guys know what that is, you know. If you don't, surprise. So that has been doing really, really well. It's honestly turned into a full-time income, which has been amazing. I'm not promoting it at all. Like, obviously, if you are a younger audience and you're thinking about doing it, purely wait until you're 110% ready and it's something you 110% want to do, because it is a huge decision and you need to be thinking about it probably before you jump in and do it, which I did before I did it. It was months and months and months in the making before I actually jumped in 2 feet and did it. In saying that, I do not regret it, but I do think that it is something that you need to think about properly before you go ahead and do it. Now, as well as that, I have been reading this new book that's called The Light is a New Black. It's honestly amazing. I got it from a crystal shop in Brisbane, in Chermside. I don't know the name of it, but I went and got it there, and I actually went in to get Moldavite, because if you guys are from TikTok, you know Moldavite is like the new best thing. I was curious. I was like, fuck it. I really want to like learn some new things. I want my life to get fucked up. Just come and F everything up for me and let's just start again. Like, I'm down. Let's do it. I was fully prepared for my life to just go flip. But the lady said no, she would not give it to me. She gave me this book instead and said, if this is what you're wanting to do, read this book. I promise you it's going to change your life. And I've had this book for a week and I'm almost done it. I have like 10 pages left, if that. It is amazing. It's really, really focused on like self-development and spirituality and just kind of going in and doing things that you've always wanted to do, which I love and I'm all for. It's honestly been like the best thing. It's kind of a book where you have to go through and you've got to like write things down as you go. It's really interactive. It'll give you little tasks to do, and I highly recommend doing them. If you don't have the time to do them, then I've just been putting little notes in and just going and doing it, later that night or whenever it is. But honestly, it's been amazing. One of the great things in it, which has kind of led me to actually finally start this, is it says that you should do something every day that your future self would be proud of, or your future self wants, or your future goal needs. So, for example, for me, that was I wanted to start this podcast. So instead of, doing it all in one day and overwhelming myself and freaking out, I went one day, I brought the mic. Another day, did the Instagram. The next day, I researched all about podcasts and how to start one. The day after that, I started the YouTube channel. So it was little things every day that I did, so I didn't get too overwhelmed, too freaked out, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, it helps so much. I just find that mentality of, okay, all I have to do today is one thing, and then once I've done that one thing, tomorrow I can do something else that's scaring me, and the day after I can do another thing. It just, I don't know, it makes it so much easier just to kind of break things down in your head. If that makes sense to you guys, it to me does. I feel like it's honestly the best way to do it. But I would highly recommend trying that mentality out for the week. Pick something that you want to work towards, whether that's fitness goals, whether that's health, whether that's well-being, whether it's meditation, a work project you have, whatever it may be. Pick something and do one thing every single day that's going to get you a step closer to that goal or a step closer to that life that you want. And I promise you it would honestly work. I feel like this could be done even in life. For example, like you could one day clean your room, the next day clean your car, which I at the moment desperately need to do. It's so bad. But the next day could be going food shopping, meal prepping, whatever it is. Pick one thing every day and just see how it changes your life and see how you feel after you've been doing it. It's honestly going to be amazing. Other than that, I have I've not really been doing too much. There's not really much going on in my love life. There's not really a love life, to be completely honest. There is a sexy time life, which has been going great, but there's not really much of anything else going on. I'll probably save that kind of chat for an episode dedicated to like a sex chat, which I feel like I'm super, super excited for. And I think everybody else is going to absolutely love it. It's going to be the best thing in the entire world. But yeah, other than that, not really too much else to report for this week. It's just been a lot of admin work and messaging a lot of random people back on OnlyFans. Perfect. So I feel like from that, let's jump into the topic, which I feel like it's going to be self development for today, because I feel like that's what the train we're on anyway. But let me quickly grab a glass of water. Okay, I am back. So yeah, obviously this episode's going to be more in line of self-development and self-help and spirituality and all that kind of stuff. So to get started, obviously you kind of need to sit down and have a think about what you're wanting to actually achieve. What do you want to, improve in your life? What do you want to help? What do you want to quit, start, all that kind of stuff. For me, when I started, I literally just went through a horrible breakup. It was like a 3-year relationship. It came out of nowhere. I had no idea it was coming, and it kind of threw me into the spiral of honestly just hating myself for so long. Like, it took me so long to even get out of bed. It was like to the point where my roommate was like, "I'm going to take you to the hospital if you do not stop this. Like, you were just in such a state and I do not know how to handle you," which is totally fair. I was definitely in a way and I didn't know kind of what to do from that point. I had put all of my self-worth and all of my self-love on another person, and then that person was gone. So what the hell was I supposed to do now? And honestly, looking back now, it was the best thing that I've ever happened to me. I am so thankful that happened. I'm so thankful that person left. I could not even imagine being around that person now because of all the work I've done in the meantime. So, if that's you, if you just went through a breakup, if you've just gone through some sort of separation or some big life change, this will help so much. So for me, when that happened, I jumped straight in. I hired like a coach. I actually worked with Matt Kemmer for a while, if that's how you say his last name. I have no idea. And I did these weekly group calls. I went to a therapist because I knew that I had a lot of, I guess, codependency. I had a lot of insecurities. I had a lot of things that I was putting on another person that I needed to actually sit down and deal with and face. Sorry if you can hear my cat meowing. So yeah, that's the first thing I did. I went and signed up for all those things, which was honestly amazing. I know therapy can be quite expensive, but I truly think it's so worth it, and it's worth the money. If you're not going to invest in yourself, why? Like, what else are you going to spend your money on apart from a phone or food or whatever it may be? So I did that. I wrote down everything I wanted to achieve by myself. So again, this is more along the lines if you've just went through a breakup, if you went through some sort of separation, some big life change. I think the best thing for you to do is focus on yourself at that time. So I wrote down everything I wanted to achieve by myself with nobody else around. I then wrote a list of everything that I didn't like about myself when I was in the relationship I was in, everything that I wish I could change at that time. And this might sound like a negative thing, but when you start looking at the negatives of what the situation you were in, you can start thinking about how you can turn those now into a positive. So, for example, I hated how codependent I was on him. So I turned that into not needing somebody anymore, not needing to have a man around. That sounds pretty like every girl says, but not needing somebody else around me all the time, not needing friends, not needing a family member constantly with me. I can just be by myself in my room and watch movies or read a book or whatever it may be. Or for example, I was quite insecure about him cheating all the time, which I didn't really have any need or, reason to be, but for some reason I constantly was worried about that. So, I turned that into now, like, not giving a shit. If you cheat on me, that's your own bad. That's your own fucking fault. If you cheat and you leave, that sucks for you. You now lost the best thing that's going to ever come into your life. And that comes on being more confident in yourself and what you're doing and what you have to bring than being worried about the other person, because you can't change what the other person's going to do. You can't change, if they're going to go cheat, if they're going to go flirt with another person, that's on them. The only thing you can do is focus on yourself and be the best person you possibly can be, and then the rest will come. Yeah, so that was probably the two biggest things that helped me, and then just relentlessly focusing on what I wanted to do. I jumped straight into the sport I was playing. That year I won the Coaches Award, which I never won before. I went from, a bench player to a starting seven player, from the start of the year wanting to quit my sport because I was just so invested in this other person. That's all I wanted to be doing. I got really, really into the gym, got absolutely hot for all I'm going to say. I found a job I really wanted to be in. I got back into the fitness industry. I paid off my car. I moved house. I traveled. I went on a road trip with my friends. I truly went out there and just found myself and had an absolute blast doing it. I'm not going to lie. It was great. So yeah, that's a huge thing in terms of, I guess, finding yourself after a breakup. If that's what's kind of started your self-development journey, focus on everything that you want to change in your life and just go for it, no matter what anybody else thinks. And then after that, I would honestly say, like I said, hire a person, hire a coach, hire somebody that you admire to kind of walk you through and help you. Journal a F load. Journal so much that you hate writing anymore. Journal so much that literally your hands hurt. It helps so much to get all your feelings out on paper. Not only that, for me to look back at what I was writing about at the start of last year to what I'm writing about now is so amazing to see how much of a journey you've gone through to get where you are. And honestly, just knowing that, like, I was at this point then, and now look at me now. Like, it's just such a ego boost to go back and look at that and be like, holy shit, I did it. Like, I actually did it. Like, I'm now where I've always wanted to be. It's beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. And then I would start looking at your self talk. So, how are you actually speaking to yourself every day? And it's more subconscious than it honestly is conscious. Like, I don't think anybody wakes up and then go, oh fuck, I'm shit at this. Oh fuck, I look so shit today. Oh, my hair's disgusting. Nobody actively wants to think that way about themselves. It's usually a subconscious thing that we're just built into, believing and thinking. So for me, I finally just stopped and was like, okay, how do I actually see and talk to myself? Because the way I see and talk to myself is the way that other people are going to see and talk to me. If you believe that you are the most kindest, beautiful soul there is out there, people are going to see you the same way. And it's not I guess, a drama queen, bitchy way of doing that. It's not selfish to think of yourself that way. It's honestly the way we all should be. There's a difference between gloating and being like, I'm so perfect, like, oh my God, and looking at yourself and being like, fuck yeah, I'm awesome. Like, I can do this. Like, I can actually push through and be the best version of myself. I look freaking awesome today. Holy shit, my hair looks great. Oh my God, look at, the way my body's coming together because I've been working out for ages. Whatever it is that you want to see yourself as, you need to talk to yourself like that. If you don't, then why the F would other people think the same way? Like, why would somebody else look at you and be like, oh, she's so confident if you don't think you're confident? They're just not going to. So I would look at your self-talk, how you were talking to yourself every single day. If you need to write reminders on your mirror, I see a lot of people doing that. Go for it. I just honestly, I didn't do that. I probably should. I want to. I feel like it'd be awesome. But I journaled gratitude every single day. Everything I liked about myself, everything, I wanted to achieve, everything I had achieved, all the good things I did the day before. And it helped so much, like so much to just kind of see that every day. And sometimes it'd be the same thing over and over again, and that's okay. Don't think that you need to think of something new every single day. It's fine. And then from there, like I said, pick three things that are really good for your soul, your body, your mind, which could be exercising, eating really well, going for walks, meditating, journaling, spiritual talks, anything that you feel good doing in terms of, that's going to fuel your soul, your mind, and your body. I'd recommend picking three things that you can focus on and do throughout your week just to focus on, because they're going to be the things that are going to be extremely good for you. Because going out and partying is great and I love it, and it's fun to socialize with your friends, but it's not going to be a thing that's going to help you grow yourself. It's not going to be a thing that's going to literally help you heal your trauma or anything like that. It's going to be a thing that's going to have you having a hangover the next morning, and we all love it. We all love a good night out, but it's not going to be the thing that's going to save you. And then if you want to go a step further, I would recommend taking a look at the 5 closest people you have in your life. What are they doing? What are they, teaching you? What are they putting into your brain? Are they successful in their own lives? And I don't mean successful money-wise, job-wise, anything like that. I mean successful. Are they happy? Do they have, a good loving support system around them? Do they love themselves? Do they talk good to themselves? Do they talk good to you? Do they support you? Are they your cheerleader? Like, people like that you need to keep in your lives. I'm not necessarily saying like they need to be wealthy or successful in the job that they have, but they need to be driven and appreciative and love you and support you and themselves as well. Because there's always that saying that, you know, the 5 people that you surround yourself with are going to be the 5 people, or they're going to reflect, I think it's they're going to reflect the five, like they're going to reflect you or something like that, like they'll mirror you. So if you're hanging out with people who have no drive, no success, no need, no want, don't care for themselves, you know, go out partying every single weekend, whatever it may be, you're going to mimic them. You're going to turn into them, which may not be a bad thing, but if you're wanting to grow and be successful and happy and love yourself and care for yourself and, you know, have supportive people around you, you need to surround yourself with supporting, loving, caring, successful people, because otherwise it's just not going to happen. You're going to fall into the same habits and behaviors that other people do that are around you. So I would recommend taking a look at the people that in your life. Do you have, you know, somebody that is like a cheerleader, somebody that is always there to support you, cares about you, cheers you on, you know, loves you no matter what you do? Like my biggest part, and she's definitely going to watch this, but it would definitely be my best friend that I've had since high school. Like, you know, she probably, honestly, all of my best friends from high school are the same. They're all like cheerleaders to me. Like they are the people that I will share anything and everything with. I have no problem being like, I want to do this, or I'm going to do this, or whatever it may be. Like they're always people to be like, oh my god, yes, go for it, like that's so exciting, go you. Like they have no judgment around them at all, and I love them for that. Like they're just so helpful and so happy for me most of the time, which is like so amazing, and you need people like that in your life. But then I have friends that, you know, they might be happy for you, but they have that like subtle underlining judgment, which can be so hard to deal with, because if you're constantly getting it, it's like, well, are you really my friend? You know, you say you're happy for me, but you're throwing these little judgmental comments around. And if you have friends like that, you know, maybe it's time to sit them down and have a chat with them and be like, I don't want your negativity around me. I don't want that judgmental comment getting in my ear, because it's holding me back from doing that one thing I want to do, because I feel like I can't share that with you, or I feel like you're going to judge me, which is making me think that other people are going to judge me. So I definitely recommend having a look at that in your life and just kind of sitting down and truly thinking, you know, like, who is good to have in my life? Who do I actually care about enough to, you know, maybe have a chat with and talk to them about what they're doing wrong or what they're doing that's hurting me? And if I don't care about them that much, maybe it's time for me to cut them out of my life. I honestly feel like that's going to be a big game changer in a lot of people's lives, because you truly are the people that you hang out with. You truly, truly are. And thankfully for me, I do have so many supportive, amazing, loving people in my life that literally support me through anything and everything that I do. They are the people that, you know, stopped their work and came to me when I was going through the thick of my breakup, that let me stay at their house for 3 nights because I was too scared to go home. The ones that redecorated my room and brought me flowers because, you know, I was too nervous to even see photos of me and my ex together. These are the type of people that you need to have in your life, because they're the people that are going to bring you up when you're feeling down, or they're the people that are going to hype you up when you're feeling excited. They're the people that you need to have in your life. I know I'm harping on about this a lot, but it's because I feel like it's so important. You truly need those people in your life to be successful and have the love that you want. Now, I know this is only going for about 20 minutes, but I feel like this is the first one, so I think I'm going to cut it here, and go think of some more ideas and, you know, kind of get some more going together. I don't know what I just said then, but we're going to roll with it. But I truly hope this helped, and I hope that some people got some helpful tips out of this and go away and maybe implement some of these into their lives, and let me know how you went with all of it. I hope that everybody has a absolutely fantastic effing day and kills a week, and I will see you guys next week. I'm not sure what we're going to be talking about yet, but I'm sure it's going to be something spicy. So I hope you all tune in next week and we can go over some more juicy, gossy topics.